People with lower education than me, I'll surpass them immediately.
I really respect that hardworking side of you. Congratulations on being top of the company, Shion.
Entering university with a strong purpose, finding what you want to do, and getting a job at your desired company. That's surely the ideal image expected of young people these days. But now that going to college is becoming the norm, I wonder how many people actually have such strong wills. Everywhere is pretty much the same. At least I, Shion Fukaya, didn't fit that description. I enrolled into a university I passed just to look good for job hunting, and I just wanted to get into a decent-looking company. Today, I just vaguely came to a company briefing I had my eye on. That was supposed to be it, but... Huh?
Hello, students. I'm Miyuki Kuriyama. I joined the company last year.
Seeing the woman appear for the typical senior employee greeting, I let out a small gasp and my eyes went wide. Because she was incredibly beautiful. No, I've seen beautiful women before, but it wasn't just that. I want her. The moment I saw her, my sixth sense told me so. It sounds ridiculous, but at that moment, I desired her from the bottom of my heart. Alright, I've decided. This is the reason I chose the company. Yes, it's truly silly. But for me, who has moved so strongly for the first time, this choice was the best, most optimal, and natural one.
I'm Sora Rikai. My previous job was in individual sales, but I wanted to learn corporate sales, so I changed jobs. Nice to meet you.
And so, in May of my third year at the company I successfully joined, a second new graduate 1 year younger than me joined mid-career. Even I, who joined with such a motive, am finally becoming a full-fledged employee. By the way, this is an insurance company. Before meeting her, I wanted a desk job, but to earn incentives and become a man worthy of her, I immediately changed my preference to sales.
Shion, I received a complaint about you the other day. They said their new rep Shion is very trustworthy and a great person.
One day, my happy boss reported that to me. For an insurance salesman, those words mean significant success, so the corners of my mouth naturally lifted.
I feel potential in you too. I'm expecting great things.
Thank you very much. Work is going well. So, how about my relationship with Miyuki Kuriyama, which was my original goal?
Shion, good work.
Good work. We're in different departments, but we built a good relationship as senior and junior colleagues, and...
Shion, can I go to your house today?
I started talking to her little by little when I was a rookie, and last winter, my confession was a huge success. Yes, the romance, which was the main reason I joined this company, was also proceeding quite smoothly. Yeah, of course. I might be late due to sales, so use the key and wait for me. Work and love are both going well, and I'm in great shape. I need to work harder to become a man worthy of Miyuki. Was that what rubbed him the wrong way?
People with lower education than me, I'll surpass them immediately.
Shortly after he was assigned, I was hated by Sora for some reason. He talks about low education. There are high school graduates in this company too, so from what I can see, he doesn't have a bias against education levels. So these words are directed at me, meaning I'm hated considerably. I see. One reason might be that he's also expected to do well by the boss. Another possibility, is it because I'm dating Miyuki? After all, Miyuki is a prize beyond reach in this company. It's no exaggeration to call her the Madonna. That's exactly why I didn't hide my relationship with her. If I can keep others in check, I have to. Miyuki, heading to lunch? Care to join me?
Shion? Yes, I'd love to.
But he didn't seem interested in Miyuki. Feeling his gaze, I went to lunch.
Sora, you're doing great.
3 months later, my numbers were finally surpassed by Sora. He had decent numbers last month. It seems he's the type who absorbs things quite quickly.
It's thanks to everyone's teaching.
He has that attitude towards me, but basically, he's honest. That's probably showed directly in his numbers. Thus, Sora continued to beat my numbers the next month, and the month after that. Meanwhile, Damn it, it's not growing at all. I had clearly hit a wall. Returning to basics, I've been reading books on sales until late at night recently. Should I try targeting individuals? No, maybe if it were a major company, but at a small to medium insurance company, that's unrealistic. Looking at the long term, if I don't overcome this current wall. It was relatively easy to produce numbers in my second year, because seniors and bosses passed down decent clients to me. So unless I made a major blunder, I could handle contract renewals and coverage reviews. That's why they say the third year is the turning point for new grads. What's wrong? Could it be that my innate trashiness is unconsciously leaking out? I'm fully aware I'm trash, fully aware I'm mediocre. That's exactly why I have to produce results. Hello? It was just as I was holding my head in my hands. Miyuki called, so I answered immediately.
Shion, sorry, even though I sent a goodnight text earlier. Were you already sleeping?
No, I was still up. Did you have a nightmare or something?
No, I tried to sleep, but I suddenly just really wanted to hear your voice, Shion.
That makes me so happy. You wanted to hear my voice, hesitated because of the time, but still called me, right? That basically means you really love me.
That is...
Miyuki, you hesitate to use the spare key, but I actually want you to use it more. That's how much I like you, Miyuki. So I'm really happy when you show me your love.
I see.
Yeah, that's right. So don't hold back on calling either. Middle of the night or early morning, whenever is fine.
Oh, jeez. That's too much, but... Thank you.
Hearing her relieved, happy voice makes me feel relieved too. I bet she's making a very cute face right now. It's a shame it's not a video call. Even if she's not wearing makeup, I was just about to ask to see her face when...
Shion, don't push yourself. I think you've been a little tired lately. It seems like you're going to bed late, and even today you have work tomorrow, but you're still up.
I was startled by the words spoken in a worried tone. I thought I was hiding it well, but apparently, she saw through me.
Hardworking Shion is wonderful too, but if you get sick because of it, that would be terrible. Well then, see you at the office tomorrow. Thanks for the call. Good night.
After the call ended, I couldn't move for a few seconds while looking at the screen. And a few seconds after I started moving, I let out a huge sigh. Of course, not in a negative way. Too cute. If you say things like that, it just makes me want to work even harder. Maybe she actually called just to tell me that. My love just keeps growing. Such a wonderful woman is truly wasted on me. After all, Miyuki is a high-class Madonna. She has those looks, a great personality, and she's good at her job. Plus, she graduated from a top-tier women's university. She's a truly wonderful woman. In contrast, I'm from a so-called F-rank university. Not just my brain, but my behavior and personality weren't exactly good either. Alright, one more push. So I will become a man worthy of her. Call me love-struck, I don't care. And so, I continued studying until late at night again today.
Shion, you're number 1 this month too. 3 months in a row, not bad.
And a year and a half later, I had achieved the result of being number 1 in the company for 3 consecutive months.
Your numbers are way ahead of everyone else. The reputation from customers is excellent too. It's all thanks to your effort and character.
Thank you very much. The slump lasted a while. There were months where my numbers didn't grow, or I couldn't even meet the quota. For a third-year employee, our company sets the quota around 2 contracts a month. I prevented 0 contracts no matter what, but when I fell to that level, I seriously wanted to die.
Everyone hits a wall. Your determination to barely prevent a 0 came through clearly.
I'm sorry. Next month, I'll definitely make up for this month too.
Thank you very much. I'll do my best next month too.
I managed to suppress the passion that made me want to scream, but inside, I was so ashamed I wanted to crawl into a hole. One of the reasons was that Sora's numbers were growing rapidly, inversely to mine. But the biggest reason was, it's impossible for Miyuki's boyfriend to be a bottom feeder, barely scraping by on quotas. There are plenty of other good men. At this rate, I might get her stolen by a good man who's aiming for her. No, I know she's not that kind of woman, but more than that. Miyuki would be embarrassed if her boyfriend was like this, right?
Shion, are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine. Thank you for your concern. Still, the reason I could keep trying was entirely to keep standing next to her.
Shion, you're number 1 again. That's amazing. And by a landslide. What's your secret? Please teach me. Shion,
Miyuki.
I saw the grades. Number 1 again. That's amazing.
Because I had her existence, supporting me by my side, instead of showing disillusionment with me. I stopped my feet, which were walking to go to sales, in front of her and smiled at her. Thank you, but my slump was long. Thinking about making up for that, I still have a long way to go.
You're humble as always. That's why, let me say it again. I really respect that hardworking side of you. Congratulations on being top of the company, Shion.
Thank you, Miyuki. I opened my eyes wide for a moment, because she purposely called me by my first name, but I quickly understood her intention. She's so cute, and feelings of pure adoration overflow.
Damn it, if it comes to this. I thought I should stop trying to beat him at work and talk to his girlfriend instead.
While I was in top form, as for Sora. That night, he was spilling his guts to the master at the bar he stopped by on the way home from work.
Well, hard work isn't always rewarded, you know. But Sora, what are you gonna do by talking to her?
It's decided, isn't it? Revenge. That guy seems to cherish her from the bottom of his heart. It looks like it's going pretty well, but she probably doesn't know that guy's true nature. Honestly, that makes me want to puke too. So, telling her will surely be for her own good. Then, if I can steal her from him.
Customer, you've had too much. You have work tomorrow, right?
After drinking water, he, quite drunk, took out his wallet. He seemed to still have his consciousness and finished paying without hesitation.
What is this about so formally?
During the next day's lunch break, I called Sora to an empty meeting room. Before work started, I told him I wanted some time. Sorry for taking your precious break time. Neither of us wants to take up too much time, so I'll be blunt. Sora, if you have complaints, say them directly.
Huh?
You've been openly hostile, only towards me from the start for some reason, haven't you? You politely gave a declaration of war, and since then, we've only interacted the bare minimum. But I know you glare at me sometimes. Some employees even secretly express concern to me. I could have let it slide, but I thought it was time we had a proper talk. Especially yesterday, you glare with quite a lot of hatred. I didn't say anything in front of everyone, but I can't just do nothing.
You say pretty self-righteous things. Are you getting cocky just because your grades surpassed mine a little?
Did you listen? Yesterday I saw you.
But we're talking like this because your grades are better than mine, right? Before, it wasn't like this, was it?
When I was in a slump, you had a triumphant look and didn't even consider me an opponent, that's why. Even back then, if you had looked at me with eyes full of such hatred, I would have called you out. He's implying your sore loser attitude increased as soon as you couldn't beat me anymore.
That's the part. I hate that nasty part of your personality. Acting all well-behaved like an honor student. It doesn't suit you. It's disgusting. I find it strange why no one notices. Trash should just act like trash, but you cleverly try to hide it.
Well, it's true I'm mimicking an honor student, so if my trashiness is leaking out, I won't offer any excuses, but... obviously, we're working adults. As long as we work as adults, a certain level of common sense and decency is required. Plus, we're sales reps working as the face of the company. Why are you saying such childish things?
That is, it's because your trashiness is way worse than other people.
Oh. But if I'm leaking that much trashiness, wouldn't one of the bosses point it out by now? I'd expect complaints too, but I haven't received any of those.
That is...
A salesman sometimes needs debating skills. Sora is a salesman with good grades. Normally, he wouldn't make such full-of-holes arguments. Or is that just a facade? Actually, let's see. For example, just a personal grudge?
You noticed.
I tried guiding him, and he easily took the bait and stomped over to me. I actually don't like idiots and simpletons. I sigh internally, thinking this is a pain.
They've been making fun of me internally like that all along, knowing my feelings.
Feelings?
Yeah, that's right. I've always loved her. I've loved her for a long time, and yet you rejected Mayuko so easily.
As Sora screamed and glared at me with hatred, I slowly got my gears turning. Mayuko. Searching my past, there was one person who barely rang a bell. Do you mean Ogawa? It was back in my student days.
I like you, Shion. Will you go out with me?
A female regular at a bar I went to sometimes. We didn't see each other often, but we'd chat if we met. I think we knew each other for about 2 years. One day, she confessed to me. Sorry. Since I didn't see her in that way, I refused. And after that, she stopped coming to the bar, and we never met again. Confessions aren't something you get often in life. So, Ogawa was the only one who came to mind. And judging by Sora's reaction, I was right.
Yeah, Mayuko Ogawa is my childhood friend. I've always loved Mayuko since way back, but Mayuko of all things fell in love with you at first sight. It made no sense. You just wandered in really occasionally, drank booze, smoked, said almost nothing, and left. Yet Mayuko fell for you. Just chatting a little with you made her fall harder. The feelings I've wanted desperately for years were directed at you so easily. Yet you rejected Mayuko easily. And of all things, now you're dating another woman and cherishing her. She was crying heavily, you know. When I asked her in a panic, she forced a smile and said she got rejected. Hey, why wasn't Mayuko good enough? Mayuko is beautiful too. She's the same age as Miyuki. Her university is the same as mine, so it's not that bad. You working desperately at your job, trying to be well-behaved. It's all for Miyuki, isn't it? If you can work that hard for a girlfriend, why do you reject Mayuko? If Miyuki is fine, then Mayuko should have been...
Wrong. It's not Miyuki is fine. It has to be Miyuki. If you care that much about Ogawa, you should understand. Sora, who had become emotional, widened his eyes at those words, as if coming back to his senses, and shut his mouth. I won't deny I was pretty much trash. I entered a bottom-tier university without any real purpose, and I smoked. That's why I'm desperate to become a man worthy of Miyuki. Just like it has to be Ogawa for you, it has to be Miyuki for me. I feel sorry about refusing Ogawa's confession. I intended to respond with my own sincerity. I knew she was serious, so I refused her clearly. I can somewhat imagine the anger of having the person you love hurt, now that I'm in this position, but... Stop directing misguided anger at me because of your personal grudge. No. I said that much, then reconsider that wasn't quite right. After thinking for a moment, I slowly walked up to Sora. I don't mind if you resent me, hate me. Our personalities don't seem to match anyway, so I don't care. I only wish for one thing. Do not interfere with us.
Interfere?
Interrupting my time with Miyuki, trying to lower my image in Miyuki's mind, or let's see. For example, trying to steal Miyuki from me or something. Thus, I left the meeting room. Left behind, Sora felt his hands trembling.
Why did he know? Where on earth did he...
Sweat trickled down his back. The empty meeting room in winter was awfully cold. After that, Sora had an appointment, so he managed to force himself to pull it together. But his sales results were terrible, so trying to tighten his focus again, he was working overtime to prepare for tomorrow's appointment when it happened.
Sora, good work.
Miyuki, good work. If you're looking for Shion, I think he went straight home today.
Yeah, I know. I actually have something I want to talk to you about. Want to walk to the station together?
Receiving an unexpected invitation from Miyuki, he nodded while bewildered. He nodded despite being warned by me during the day, because the devil inside him whispered that if it was an action from Miyuki, it wouldn't be a problem.
Sorry to make you walk with me so suddenly.
No. More importantly, what do you want to talk to me about? Is it perhaps about Shion?
Yes, it is. I have a favor to ask you regarding him.
Leave it to me. Shion was a man with problems after all, wasn't he? What should I do? Should I find his weaknesses, or help you break up? The opponent is tough, but it's okay. I'll help you as much as possible.
You tell funny jokes. That's not it. I want you to go out with Mayuko Ogawa.
Did you hear that from Shion?
No, but you were talking about that to him this afternoon, weren't you? From what I heard, you aren't dating that person, right? The reason is that she still has lingering feelings for Shion. Am I wrong?
Not wrong.
I see. My intuition wasn't wrong after all. I can't forgive that such a woman exists in this world, because there's a chance she might try to steal Shion from me.
Eep.
Seeing the face of Miyuki looking back at him, Sora realized it too. Yes, Miyuki is obsessive and a yandere. As we continued dating, it accelerated, and now she has a wiretap on me.
She's very charming, right? Then maybe if they meet again, his heart might be moved. I absolutely cannot stand that. It's also unforgivable that you tried to recommend a different woman to him, but I'll close my eyes to it this time. Instead, keep a tight leash on that childhood friend of yours. If she finds another lover, you don't necessarily have to be the one, but it's safer if you become her lover, right? That way it's easier for you to monitor her, and I won't have to do anything inhumane.
Understood.
Oh, really? Thank goodness, thank you. I really love him. No one else cherishes me this much. He's a gentleman and very kind, but sometimes a rough tone comes out. That's nothing but a wonderful gap, isn't it?
Sora understood. This was her indirect way of blaming him for calling me trash.
Plus, recently he's getting better at work. He's becoming more and more wonderful, and I'm so worried I can't stand it. Of course, I'll continue to make efforts to become a more wonderful woman too. You also will do your part, right?
Yes.
Satisfied with Sora's reaction, Miyuki walked alone to the station. A wave of exhaustion washed over Sora's body. Even after the source of terror left, his cold sweat wouldn't stop. The reason became clear immediately, because... Didn't I tell you? I was the one who called out to him as he couldn't stop sweating. At my appearance with too perfect timing, the blood drained completely from his face. Don't interfere with us. And yet, of all things, you...
I'm terribly sorry.
Result, a vigorous Dogeza with a trembling voice. He didn't understand the logic of why I was there, but he understood instinctively that it would be really bad to get involved with us any further. Thanks to him losing the will to fight, he stopped glaring at me at the office.
So, Sora, you were that kind of person.
No, wrong. This is...
But he still had the problem of Ogawa, which Miyuki asked him to handle. Sora decided to introduce different men to Ogawa, thinking to find someone worthy of her. And to distract himself from that irritation and suffering, he played around with other women, but that was a mistake.
To Sora, I was just a childhood friend after all.
Being kind when someone is heartbroken is a standard tactic, but what he was doing was exactly that, without realizing it. He thought Ogawa still had lingering feelings for me, but her feelings had changed long ago.
Well, it's my fault I couldn't confess. thinking what if I got rejected again and lost my childhood friend too? So I was consulting him about it, but... Sorry. I can't stand people who just play around. Let's stop contacting each other. Don't get involved with me anymore.
Thus, Sora, having lost even his position as a childhood friend, lost his motivation and quit the company. Hearing rumors and seeing on SNS that Ogawa dated, got engaged to, and finally married the man he introduced and became happy, he was left all alone, simply regretting his past self.
I never thought Shion would love someone this much.
As for me, I was scouted by a famous company recently, and both my romance and work are proceeding smoothly.
I can't believe that rough, unsmiling Shion changed this much. After going to the company briefing, suddenly wearing fake glasses and declaring, "Oga, I'm gonna be reborn," was a masterpiece.
Shut up. He's Oga Sakashita, a bad friend from my student days, and he's been entrusted as the manager of this bar for a few years.
Well, it's funny to me, so it's fine. So, judging by that attitude, no wiretap today?
I took them all off. Isn't it cute, loving me that much? I noticed wiretaps were being attached before I knew it, so recently, it's been a battle of offense and defense. I feel more happy than anything, but since there's a high chance I'll show my trashy side, I want her to wait a bit longer.
You guys are both Manhara makers. So, is that the proof photo in exchange?
That's right. Well, I really don't want to do things to make her anxious, but I have something to consult you about today. Actually. Miyuki Kuriyama, I'll give you my everything, so will you give me your everything? Please, marry me. About 3 months later, before changing jobs, I proposed to her. The consultation I had with Oga that day was about this.
I'm so happy. Of course I'll give you my everything. Yes, please.
People uniting is a miracle, because you never know if your feelings will be accepted. Furthermore, the probability of having feelings returned is even lower. And behind those miraculously united, there are probably people born for heartbroken and living in sadness. That's why I want to keep making efforts so this person continues to think of me and cherish her forever and ever.
By the way, does giving everything mean I can attach wiretaps too?
Of course, but don't get disillusioned, okay? In exchange, can I attach one too?
Yeah.
By the way, why did I strongly desire her that day? It's obvious because she's very charming, but perhaps my instincts sniffed out that she would accept me.
Hello, Brittany here. Well, you all wanted yandere, and you got yandere. I hope you enjoyed this episode, so I'll see you next time. Bye!